know.
It's been a year. And it has been a year. Okay, we're on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's meeting of the Board of Trustees for our workshop at 911 Church Street in Fredonia, New York. Today is November 19th. It is 9 a.m. and I am your Mayor, Michael Ferguson. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. All right. Wow. Okay. I see that. I see that. Let's start with resolutions. Number one, Gugino boiler repairs. As we talked about at the last meeting, one of our boilers has gone down in the basement of this building, and with the heating season upon us, it's something that we should probably address. You should have a copy of the quote, correct?
Yeah.
In your packet, so that you have that.
Seems reasonable. I think we need to get it done.
Yeah.
We have no choice, yeah.
Truck committee travel. Do you have an explanation on that?
That's final inspection for the lab truck. It's required, right? So you see there's an expense on there. I'd like to explain a little bit. So the Empire Emergency, who we buy it from, they fund 100% of the trip. They have in the past, so they pay for airline travel, rental car, food, everything. But last time there was just a couple instance where, you know, me and the assistant chief would get breakfast ahead of time, right? We're not gonna go to the salesman and say, Dave, can you buy us muffins? So that number of 1,000, we're not gonna be anywhere near that. That's just the per diem rate. So I had to use something to give me
Thousands a bit high for muffins. So.
I'm sorry?
Thousands a bit high for muffins.
Yeah, well, let's just say, because it's just per diem. Per diem is $68 a day per person. There's 4 of us going, so that's just the math, right? I had to put a dollar value. I didn't want to just say, oh, I'm guessing we're going to spend this much. I wanted to use, this is the allowable per diem for that area for 4 people. If we're, don't hold me to this, but I mean, if we're anywhere even near 300, I'd be surprised, right? Because the intent is he's going to pay for everything. I just want there to be an avenue.
So it's reimbursable.
Yeah, I just want there to be an avenue for if we find ourselves in a predicament, I can use the village credit card and buy me and the 3 guys breakfast, if applicable, that's all.
So where you're staying, they don't provide breakfast?
No, we stay at a hotel, so everything's covered by him. This is just like last time we stopped at McDonald's on the way, it was just awkward, right? They was like, I'll buy breakfast.
Yeah.
For me to say, look, I can buy breakfast for me and the guys, right? It's in the,
Okay.
so I wanted to explain that a little more.
Okay.
Josh, when do you think the truck will be completely finished and ready to be delivered?
So engine 16 was done, came to us last month. It's at Empire now, getting final touches. So if that's any indication of how it's gonna go with Tower 18, I say I would see delivery being around January, you know, and I'd see it probably going in service in March would be a realistic guess.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you.
Okay. Any further questions on that? If not, Bryce Fisher, paramedic training.
And, well, I understand we did hire him and this is required. Would we be able to cover this, Alyssa?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Twitchell, I think that after we go into executive session to talk about the new fire contract, it'll make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk that, and that's why I asked Melanie to join
I
us
see.
to talk about that. So
Okay.
it'll make more sense then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Martin, firefighting training. It's the same thing.
Same situation. Okay.
Yeah, that's where we send that fall of our new hires to Montour Falls. Seems to be about $100 more every year. So last year when we set the price, it was $3,300. That's still a really, really, really good price for a 15-week in residence academy. I mean, that's food, lodge, and all that's included, and the firefighter training. So that's again, it's budgeted.
Okay.
So we got to send them.
Can we go back just for 1 second to Bryce Fisher? you and I talked about the cost of paramedic training, and you had found a different source for that, and the price was a little cheaper than the,
I was gonna say, wasn't it 8,000?
Yeah, so what you're alluding to, right, is Erie County created an EMS program last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me. Last year was the first time that Erie County EMS had a paramedic program. So this is their second year doing it. That's where I'm gonna send Bryce, and that's for $5,000. If you remember, like you just mentioned, we sent Brendan, which volunteers paid for, but his was over 7,000, like 7,800 just for tuition, and then books was an added expense, everything. So 5,000 for books, tuition, everything is a crazy deal. I actually was on the phone with the guy, and I should have asked him, how are you doing this for so cheap? And he said, because there's no college overhead. You know, they're a separate entity. They have training grounds, so that's why it's so much more expensive when we send folks to, like Erie County Community College. The downside is, he's going to Amherst every day for class. You know, that's the downside. It's pretty far for us, but
yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Chief, are they being paid while they're in training?
So yes, I'll mirror what we did for Brendan, and that was, we pay him while he's in class. He does not get paid for the required ride time that he has to do with other entities. He does not get paid for hospital time, because that's a liability thing. If we're paying him a hospital time and something happens where he harms a patient, that comes back to us. So that's pretty consistent over the industry. But yeah, he'll get paid for class time. I've already worked that up through his schedule and everything like that, and we fill that with our part-time EMT, Bob Zacher. Just like he did with Brendan, he'll have those scheduled days as he comes and works.
And I'm assuming that this has the minimum employment requirement with this as well. In other words, he commits to us for a specific amount of time for paying for his training.
Yeah, the village can decide to do that. We did a 3-year thing with Brendan.
I think that should be standard myself. But
You know, the only difference, I guess, between this and with Brendan is this is a condition of employment for Bryce. I mean, he was hired into a paramedic position. He knew he was going to fire school. He knew he was going to medic school.
Okay.
If he doesn't complete it, ultimately, you know, he could be without a job.
Well, with that, and considering we have our legal counsel here today, that is legal for us to do that since we're paying for his training, and to expect that he commit to us for at least 3 years?
That would be a term and condition of employment, so we should talk about that in executive session.
Okay,
truly,
let's do
because
that.
it would, yeah.
Let's do that.
Yep.
We can put that down for executive
Yep,
session.
absolutely.
And I mean, no disrespect to any of the firefighters, any of the paramedics, but, you know, I could see, especially how competitive communities are right now, going through all the training and then all of a sudden losing him to another community, so. RFP for engineering services for the water project. Now we move on to department reports. Tom Koski, how you doing?
Good, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Code enforcement, can you bring us up to date?
Sonic will open up on Monday.
Wow.
They're having training sessions starting on Thursday and Friday and Saturday of this week. Hospital, I am meeting them on Friday morning. We're doing some road layout off of Route 20 by where the Cortland building was. That's going to go on through the entire November, December, and January as weather goes for roads, drainage. Let's see, houses, we got a new house going up on Chestnut Street. I just did some inspection yesterday for a footer going in. We got rentals and we got commercials going on as usual, and that's our status right now.
Thank you very much. Can you and I talk about, I'd like to talk to you after about Sonic and the hospital, when you get a chance. Thank you.
How are the fire inspections going? Fire inspections.
Fire inspections are going okay. I got 3 of them actually today.
Okay.
After we're done with this meeting.
Good.
So I'm trying to average, we're down about maybe 12 as from last year, but that's just because Amy's out and we're doing a lot of stuff.
Good, thank you.
But not bad.
I spoke to Chuck yesterday, and he said he's expecting Amy to return soon.
Yes,
So
she has been,
that'll help.
Amy has been working.
She has
about
been working, right?
14, 15 hours a week, I think. or something.
Right.
And helping out quite a bit, getting out letters for me and
Yes.
things, so I'm actually
We're
glad.
grateful for that.
Yes, I am as well.
And congratulations to her and her baby. right?
Yeah.
Is there any update on the, has the company that expressed an interest in that solar project, have they come back at all
No.
to move forward with that? Nothing? Okay.
Chuck called Glenn, guy we've been talking to, Chuck called him last Friday and left him a message, and we haven't heard anything back from them yet, but it's been probably a good month.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tom. DPW, they're out collecting leaves this morning, so unable to be with us. Fire department.
Not too much, just minor repairs going on with the apparatus. You know, we're trying to get the tower, they're working on it today. It broke a couple days ago. It's been out of service, so we're just trying to put some Band-Aids on it to get it to last till that April, or excuse me, that March timeframe that we just kind of talked about. Other than that, just replacing some tires, you know, on vehicles that really need it, that aren't passing inspection, and just routine stuff, nothing major to report. That's all I have.
Thank you. Recreation department, Michelle, you have anything for us?
Well, there will be letters to Santa that we will be collecting, and that information is on our website. And I know Angela is posting on Facebook about that too, for children to write to Santa in care of the recreation department.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wastewater treatment plant.
We had a meeting with Wendell Engineering to talk about the EFC Engineering Planning Grant. They put in a proposal for us for the grant, and it covers all the areas of concern that we have down at the plant. And the grant part is $50,000, and we have to match 10,000. It's in the budget for that. The Wendell has, over the years, has done different projects with us, and they've always, they know the plant, and they have understanding of our needs and concerns down there. So.
Plus, they were the only one that submitted a proposal, right?
Yeah, we put, or I don't know the official, what's the official term that we put out at Rivasa?
Request for qualifications.
Yeah,
RFQ.
yeah, and no one replied
Okay.
for that, so
Thank you.
that's
Is that
all I
it?
have.
All righty. And water treatment plant, Lewis is out today, so that ends the department reports. If there's nothing else, we move to new business, discussion on wording of public portion. Who wants to bring that up? That was me.
What?
I didn't know if anybody else wanted to share. I knew that.
You take the lead.
I knew that.
Got it.
That was your part that you had.
That was my part. I know. Well, that will be brought up at Monday's meeting of next week. So, okay. Hang on just one second. I think we might have it here. We will bring that up on Monday's meeting, okay? Old business.
Well, I think under new business, I would like, Alyssa, for Monday, to have a walk-on resolution to accept Wendell's bid, so they can get started.
Yeah.
There was everybody got, I think, the proposal and the letter, or the copy of that email from Wendell too, so.
Yeah.
That spells it out pretty clearly what they're doing.
Also on that, I attended a meeting at wastewater last Friday with Wendell representatives there, the engineers, and met with David Felt as well. And we discussed most of these highlights, right, David?
Yeah.
We touched on all of them, and also how they will be able to help us procure grants, possibly. So I'm very optimistic that, they could be a real asset for us.
That's great.
Anything else? We have, we're talking PPD contract,
Under old business, yeah.
under old business, anything else
We are
under new,
under old
before we move
business.
on? If not, go to old business, PPD contract.
Yeah, we have a summary of the PPD contract negotiation between the village and the three towns, Portland, Pomperet, and town of Dunkirk. Currently, that contract is ongoing. We are now finalizing on the sewer use rates with the three towns, and the expectation of contract agreement and renewal should be happening very soon.
Yeah, we need to get that done so we can receive the payment from 2025
Correct.
that they've been
Yeah, we are owed, how much now?
holding off. on
About
that.
50,000.
About $50,000,
Yeah.
so.
I asked Alyssa, and she was nice enough to provide a pie chart, because I like pie, and why not? So if you look at it, you'll see what percentage of the total flow into the plant comes from PPD. First page, second page, how much of the income we get from PPD, what percentage of the total income from the plant, and that matches pretty much to the percentage what their flow is. And then the proposed change that they suggested will bring them up to exactly the percentage, 3.9% and 3.9%. So they're paying for their usage. It was a couple less than 0.2% less than what our proposal was, but in the grand scheme of things, that's maybe $1,500 different, so that's where we are.
And in terms of the contract, to be reviewed every 5 years.
Every 5 years, yeah.
It's a 30-year contract.
30-year contract, but every 5 years, it'll be looked at and possibility of adjusting.
So our proposal was 4.1% and theirs is 3.9?
No, that's just a percentage of what they would be paying,
Okay.
yeah.
The $1,500, is that annual?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the total, 15 to 2,000 probably annually.
Well, as you know, I really feel that we should be charging at least what our residents are paying for their sewer. And I see the pie chart, but I really can't make sense of that compared to what our residents are paying. Our residents are paying $8 per 100,000 and, or not 100,000, I'm sorry. And I would think that PPD should be paying at least equal to what our residents are paying. And those are my feelings on it. And I know nobody will agree with me on that, but I just have to
Yeah, I
say
I
what
think-
I feel about this.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I think the thing working against that was, that would be more than doubling what they were paying in the last contract, and that's a huge ask. I mean, I think whoever negotiated and signed the last contract kind of put us in a corner, because there was gonna be no way that they were gonna agree to more than double what they paid last year. That was never gonna happen.
The reason I understand that they were paying less, half, because they had issues with stormwater going into their sewage water, which was being processed at the plant. So from my understanding, the trustees that were on this board at that time thought they deserved to pay half so they could repair those issues. And if you go back and look, that was the only time that they were charged less than what our village residents were paying.
Okay. Anything else under old business?
I just want an update. I know we had advertised for a mechanic position. Have we gone through is it date come to a close for the?
Yes.
Okay, good,
We have 2 applicants for that, so.
good. Thank you.
One of the gentlemen that applied for it earlier?
Yes.
Okay. All right, if not, if there's nothing else to be brought up at the work session, I ask that we go into a motion for executive session so we can talk with legal counsel on a number of matters, one of them being what we discussed on the contractual agreement and the fire contract that we're in the middle of negotiation with right now.
I'll make a motion, we move into executive session.
We have a second.
Second it.
Trustee Twitchell?
Aye.
Trustee Wendell?
Aye.
Trustee Brockler?
Aye.
And Trustee Esperson?
Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We want to remind you, the next meeting, the full board meeting, will be next Monday at 6 o'clock. We have 2 guests starting the meeting, Dr. Jonathan Townsend and Mr. Twan Leanders. They're going to be talking about not only the deforestation, but properties and ways that we may be able to co-benefit from those ideas. So we'll see you at 6 o'clock in this very room. And those of you on our cable access channel, thank you very much for watching. We want to thank Dave in the control room and our trustees for being here. Have a great afternoon, everybody.